23-05 Master Planning Zoning District.
Mr. Chairman.
Just real quick on that. So I'd ask you to just defer on this. I think there was basically some positive feedback on it. As you'll recall, we went through, I don't know, maybe 12 or 15 items that staff had recommended changes to the ordinance on. We held the record open. We got a few items of correspondence as a result of that. Some of them, I think, are certainly worthwhile to incorporate regarding some of the percentages. And they've really fallen in line with what we had talked about in terms of staff's recommendations. If you all are generally good with those staff recommendations, what I'd like to do, Mr. Collins and Commissioners, is bring it back. Because one of the things we have to do is make a motion that's pretty specific to County Council saying we want to change these lines of the ordinance. Yeah. One I had a question for you on, though, that came up, well, actually two. We had put in the ordinance that it be required, any MPZ be required to have a SCRP component of it, an affordable rental component of it for the multifamily units that were in there. Mr. Hutt, who spoke with regard to the ordinance, I think he made a reasonable suggestion that that's a fairly new program that really is. We've got a few in the pipeline, but it's yet untested. His suggestion was not to eliminate the SCRP and the affordable housing component, but just say that it shall provide for some means of affordable housing like the SCRP program that the county offers. I happen to think that's a reasonable suggestion because we'll still get affordable housing out of it. And, part of this is to give flexibility to a developer, and they're going to have to show to you all and to county council that this is a reasonable affordable housing component. The burden will be on them to do that. So that's one thing. I'm getting some head nods on that, so I think that works.
I think one of the concerns was rental versus, people, you can have affordable housing that they could buy.
Yeah, right, and not to exclude that. We have actually an MPHU program. That's sort of the next on the hit parade of affordable housing to look at, because that's in our code. It's just not been used. There's not to get into the weeds, but if it's a county program, that's a lot more complicated to administer than a rental program would be. But anyhow, I agree with you. If a developer comes in and says we want to do an affordable housing component of it, and here's how we're going to do it, like if we can partner with Habitat for Humanity, for example, that should check that box.
Give them that option. Yeah.
The other one, which is maybe a little more, I need some feedback on. So we had one to add in there to make it clear that the MPZs should be in the coastal area, the developing area, the town center area, and the commercial area of the future land use map, because those are all the growth areas. One of the things was in the Davis, Bode, Friedel letter, they suggested that, frankly, you all consider whether it could be anywhere in the county, given the fact that these are large enough parcels that they're, essentially could be big enough that they're self-contained with their own commercial, their own utilities, their own water. In other words, there's enough size and density and commercial, to make it worthwhile. Why should we limit it to just those 4 areas of our comp plan? It maybe opens up western Sussex County more.
I agree with that.
I agree with that, and it may take off pressure from other parts of the county that are under a lot more pressure.
Okay. All right, well, I'll take a look at that. That was some of the ones I wanted to run by you, just to give me some guidance. So if you all wouldn't mind deferring, what we'll do is put it back on whenever the October meeting.
I said we close the record. Did you
I suppose we can make it. I think it automatically closed, but if you want to announce that the record's closed.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that. We'll just, so do we actually need to vote to defer action?
Yeah, you do need to vote to defer action.
Go ahead and make your motion.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, I move that we defer action on the approval of ordinance number 23-06.
05. Master plan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I must have the wrong one in front of me.
Yeah.
That's the one you're getting ready to do.
That's the next one.
Oh, that's the next one. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
05.
Yes, you're right. I'm getting ahead of myself. I move that we defer action on ordinance change 23-05, MPZ.
I second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded to defer action on ordinance 2305, Master Plan Zoning District. and also noting that the record for this application has now been closed. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you.